What's up, guys? It's Aaron here with New Buzz Farm. I'm here in my basement to explain to you, show you my vermiculture setup. So for those of you who don't know, vermiculture is raising of worms. The worms I have in my system are red wigglers. You can see here, this is what they look like on the side. They're a small worm. They don't get much larger than this guy right here. They are a shallow worm, a shallow composting worm. They don't like to live in deep soils like earthworms do. Earthworms aren't going to work in this style of composting system. They're not going to be nearly as efficient at breaking down waste. So as you can see here, a well-balanced bed is going to have a lot of dry matter. In this case, I have leaves and as you can see, a lot of leaves and torn up egg cartons for a carbon source. And then mixed in, I have lots of different food scraps. And as you can see, as you dig through, this is what you want to see. You dig in, and the worms are right there on the surface, nice and active. Basically, what goes into this bed is plant wastes, both edible and houseplant wastes. As far as and food waste in general, you don't want to put meat. You don't want to put onions. There are some things that you don't want to put into the bin, and it's easy to find that information online. But I kind of wanted to be a little less technical and show you just what my setup looks like here. I'm using what they call a lasagna style system. In a lasagna style system, you're using a series of stacked containers. In this case, I just have black Rubbermaid totes. You want to use something that's not going to let light through, because that disturbs the worms. You see my bottom tote is just a regular tote, no holes cut in or anything. And then inside of this tote, I have two other totes stacked. So this is what those stacked totes look like. This is an extra one that I'm not using right now. If I make them again, I will put less holes in the bottom. It weakens them a little more than I was expecting to put so many holes in them. And I don't think that it's necessary. I think you get away with probably about half that many holes. And then you see on the sides I have more holes drilled. That's so when you put a lid on this, you're still getting good air into the container. And I also have holes drilled in the lid I put on top as well. Now, so this is what your wastes look like when you put them in, and then if we dig down a little ways, this is what they start looking like as they're breaking down. Now, the nice thing about these systems is after you've got a good layer of material built up, all you do is you stack in another tote on top, and then the worms will move up into the new system. That's what the stacking function is, why they call it a lasagna style bed. So give me 1 second, I'll show you what the finished product looks like here underneath. Okay, now we're looking at the tote underneath. As you can see, this material here is vermicompost. This is extremely nutrient rich. This is the stuff that you're going to be putting onto your garden or in your house plants. This is your end product that you're creating here, and it smells really, really great. It smells like the forest floor. I mean, basically. You can see I kind of have a lot of woody material in mine. I put quite a bit of very finely shredded wood chips in during the process, and those are very slow to break down. But it's just I wanted a little more carbon base in mine because I was hoping to encourage a little more fungal growth, as I'll be putting them largely on perennials. So I just wanted that better fungi to bacteria balance. But anyway, that's the system I use. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. This system we're looking at now, I've had it going for, I believe, a little over a year now, and it seems to be ticking along. There's a lot of information on the internet. I ordered my worms online. Make sure you do it during a time of year when the weather's good. I had one delivery of worms that the mailman put in my wife's car in 100-degree weather, and that didn't work out real well. And and then I had another one that froze, and so you really had to kind of take weather into consideration and maybe let the mailman know beforehand what's coming, so they don't kill them. But all right, guys, take it easy.